So this is my bike. I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to start out right here. So first thing, Colt Ricani grips. They're comfiest Colt grips out there. Just trying to experiment with them. I normally don't like rib grips, but so far these been treating me well. Also come with really cool bar ends that really never broke on me. Colt Hawk bars. Those are 8.85 rise. Really comfy geometry. I was really experimenting with the geo on it. I'm not really a big geo geek, but real comfy, real good height. So far so good. Colt Salvation stem, 46 mil long. I believe it's 36 tall. But I like shorter stems. It just brings the bars a little bit closer to me. Easier for bar spins. I feel tail whips too. Colt investment cast forks, 18 mil offset. Super short and steep, so it's gonna make it a little bit easier to nose manuals. Not like I can nose manual anyways, but makes it a little bit easier. Colt Too Short, 20-inch top tube, 12.5 rear end. Super short rear end, snappy, easier to do things. Yeah, this is a really good step up from the 18-inch to a 20, because they have the available size options of a 20-inch top tube rather than standard 20.5, 20.75. So it's a good in-between step. It's still a 20-inch. A lot of people give me crap because they think it's an 18, but it's a 20-inch. The cool thing I like about this frame also is the colorway. This is my second time doing it. I'm kind of biting Sean Ricani Steez off his Leo frame, but the first frame we did that was 20-inch was black and white, and then we got the gold. This is the Anthony Panza colorway, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to do the fade. So this is I guess, is this my colorway? Not really. I like it. Shout out to Krylon paints too, spray paint. That's how we got it done. And then made acetone. We took it and kind of smeared it to make it kind of have that cool fade effect. But this is really, shout out to Sean Ricani. We just bit his steez. Really. This is a custom made seat. Shout out to HB Custom Garage, Mike over there. He's always been hooking up with the cool design seats. Vans have been hooking me up, so we decided it'd be a cool idea to have the van stripe right there. And then plus it's cool, we got the black and gold scheme going on. So shout out to Mike and Vans. That's what got this seat done. We decided to go with the one-piece seat. I don't really adjust my seat that much. It's a little bit lighter, more simple, less things going on right there. I mean, otherwise it's just a one-piece seat post. These are the Connor Keating signature turbo pedals. Super wide and big platform. I was testing it out. I was kind of a little skeptical of it. I thought it'd be too big, but I was actually trying to learn lucky grinds, and this is one of the main reasons why I got bigger pedals, because my feet always catch edge. So the bigger pedals definitely help on crank arms and luckies, and plus it feels more comfortable on the feet. You see there's like a little extra right there. And plus it looks really cool. It's really flush with the cranks. You don't have that little spindle thing sticking out. These are the Primo Power Bites. I've always ran these since day one. I mean, these cranks are legendary. These are size 160. We're cut down. I've always ran my cranks a little bit shorter since I was on like a 12-inch. And one of the also main reasons why I was running aluminum cranks is in order to cut them down, if they're, let's say, chromoly, you would have to re-weld it. Rather than an aluminum crank, you could just cut it and re-tap it. So that's one of the main reasons why we use the aluminum cranks. Not just because they're light, they're actually just a little bit lighter, but just for the easiness of it. Sprocket. I was gonna run the Primo JJ, but we couldn't get our hands on one in black, so I just grabbed the one closest to me in the shop. I think this is Larry Edgar ran this one. 25 tooth. I've always ran 25.8 actually. We had a custom made free coaster, but I decided to go 25.9. I like that gear ratio actually better, especially with the shorter cranks. This is the Shadow interlock half link. We were gonna run the Primo, but the gold didn't really match up. I'm not saying the Primo is a bad chain, it's an excellent chain. Both of these chains are really good, but the gold on this one I feel like pops better with the frame and all the components. I just ran this chain for Instagram, an Instagram picture. The pegs, this is funny. This is a Nate Richter peg. who's filming me. 4.75, so super long. I was trying to lock in on my 180 crooks. The main reason why I'm using longer pegs, because if you slip on a 180 crook, it's very, very scary. So I decided to go with the longest pegs, just to get it dialed. I like them so far. Shout out to Nate. Best pegs. Next thing, wheels. So let's start out with the front wheel. So this is the Primo Balance front hub. I don't even know the rims. They may be Primo, I'm not sure, but they work. They work good. The cool thing about this wheel set too is it's interlace. I'm real sloppy with my grind, so I break a lot of spokes. So my dad decided to interlace it. That means all the spokes are on the inside of the flange. So flange almost acts as like a hub guard. Even though I run hub guards, some people hate on it. They're like, why don't you just run hub guards? I run both. I'm just that sloppy. Yeah. Rear wheel. This is the Primo Balance Free Coaster. I decided to try this out rather than the Primo Free Mix, which I ran almost on all my other bikes too. The cool thing about the Balance rather than the Free Mix is the Free Mix normally uses a ball spring design which pops the clutch out. Rather than this, it's like a ball spring ring over like a cone. So it's gonna be a bit smoother and you won't wear down your ball spring as fast. So like a lot of people talk about crank flipability. This thing crank flips like butter. Even though I can't crank flip, but I try. It's crank flip friendly. These are my first tires on the 20-inch. They're my best option for tires. Super light. It's a good all-terrain tire. I mean, I run it on dirt, park, street, and it's held up to all of them. It's a nice contour too, dome. You don't feel like some tires you're gonna carve and you feel that sharp edge. Rather than this one, it's a good smooth arc. So it's a good carving. I run my tires at like 70 PSI. Kind of a good right in the middle. Sometimes I deflate it a little bit less if I'm riding street. Don't want to break my wrists. But for park, you want a little bit harder tire. It's a little bit faster. Same with dirt. There's only a few custom models on this. I think it's just the cranks we cut down. They're size 160. The power bikes normally come in size 170. So we cut them down, retapped it. Other than that, I think we cut the bars. I run my bars like 28 wide. And I think the interlace, is that considered a mod? Yeah, there's not too much going on since it's a 20-inch. There's a little bit more part availability rather than, let's say, when I was on the 18, 16, 14, or 12. It was a bit harder to find parts. So life's getting a little bit easier now, part-wise. Thank you, Rob over at Colt. All the Colt guys, actually. Fano and Rich Hirsch over at Primo. My dad at Epic. Gotta thank him. Otherwise, I wouldn't be born. Thank you, Oakley, for hooking me up with the sunglasses. Gotta keep my chinky eyes safe. And Van shoes. Always keeping my feet. Feeling my feet. Gotta keep my feet comfortable. You know the deal. And I think that's a wrap. Did I cover everything?